Yeah, from the looks of it, it does look like it's counting the old ones too. Um, Last time I checked, it was like 212, I think. 212 watch hours so far. I mean, it is small, but it has been growing since I've been a bit more consistent with uploading. Oh, I see. Wait, let me just type it up then. But alright, let's get started. Let me know if anything is a little weird or anything. Or any like technical difficulties. Yeah, but ever since I've been a bit more consistent with the uploads, it has been growing pretty well. Well, not pretty well, but as a starter, it's pretty good. Oh yeah, I think in the beginning I accidentally played a YouTube video a little bit. So ignore what happened in the starting soon screen. It was like I was watching an art video, and then I didn't realize. I was like, wait. Anyway, it's hair time. Yeah, I got a little tiny bit distracted watching art videos and like how to improve your YouTube these days. Well, I wouldn't say that's a distraction if if you're interested in that, so I guess yeah. Anyway, so been drawing a bit more closer face reference in Procreate. It's not perfect. I'm still like drawing a little whip of it, but just to get the general flow of the hair and closer design of the where's my main one? Aha. So of my main design, since it's pretty rough here, but just a closer idea with the eyes and what the teeth would look like, and definitely the horns. So I mean, this one is very sketchy. So yeah. So let's get started with the hair. I mean, not all of the hair is there, but to get the general hair idea. So yeah. So first off, let's connect the face and the body together. So to do that, we just do join, and then let's make that flat. I think having one more layer here would be good, actually. So in this stream, I would like to at least get the hair done, and yeah, we'll see what goes from there. Oh yeah, Shiba, I think I noticed that you were trying to post a short, but then YouTube made it a video. and that's because I made this mistake too, and I was like, what? But YouTube will automatically make any video that's under a minute, like it has to be like literally on the dot under a minute, into a short. So maybe like you have to make it like 59 seconds instead of like 1 minute and 1 second or something like that, you know. It's very picky, and I had to adjust a lot of my shorts to make sure it fits under that deadline or limitation, I guess, because YouTube will automatically make it into a short. So yeah, good to just letting you know. Good to know. So I think actually I might rip it and then actually just add one here. So there is a bit more a jaw definition. So or just be having a rip here is fine. We'll see. And define the jawline a bit better. Oh, thank you. Try to keep it more like flexible but simple as possible, so my teeth can go all the way back, at least the mouth slit. So how's everyone's day? I think I heard there was another forest fire besides Canada, in like North Carolina in America. They tried to do a controlled burn apparently, and they thought they extinguished all the flames, but apparently there was still some embers left, and then the wind was strong, so the forest is burning now. Apparently, that's what I hear, and saw a bit of the video on TikTok, and I was like, oh my god. I'm like, at this point, it's like, is it? I mean, not to be like in a conspiracy or whatever, but it's like, I don't know. It's just, you know, like when you hear about how some parts of the Amazon forest is getting burnt too. It's just like, bruh, you know. So many forest fires, dude. But yeah, thanks for noticing the topology. Alright, I think it's time to start with the hair now, since we connected the body with the head. So, we can do the toes later. Just right now, let's do the fun part. So, hair. There's a lot of ways. I've seen people do hair, and lots of and a few styles. Like, you can do each curve, right? Like each section of hair, which I like to do usually. It also makes the UV unwrapping pretty straightforward and clean. I just like that style. But also a lot of anime hairstyles have it's usually like one object. I mean, that's totally fine. That's a style too. So, but for me, I will go with just one, maybe just one. Like section by section. So, but first, doing section by section, you're gonna want to make a sculpt, like a block out of it, or at least that's what I recommend. You don't have to, but it just makes it's like drawing if you do drawing, it's like drawing a sketch before you like actually do line art and stuff, right? Like having a sketch, it's a good like rough idea of where placements will go, and you don't have to think about what you're doing when you're doing the line art, and then like when you're doing line art, you have to put a lot of effort into like the thickness of the lines, and there's a but then when you have a rough sketch of it, it's like, oh, I know what to do and how to outline stuff, and how the anatomy go. You don't have to worry about that when you're outlining, because your sketch would pretty much, you planned it out, So, and then that's pretty much the blockout stage in 3D. So I don't do it perfectly. I just want to have a general idea of where and how things would go. Let's see, where are you? Apply there, and then it doesn't have to be perfect, just because once I get the curves in, sometimes it can be a bit tedious to like move around like this, and then I just have to worry about getting the strands right in the right placements rather than like styling the hair itself, if that makes sense. So kind of like that. So it doesn't have to be crazy perfect, since this is the sketching stage in a way. But yeah, I'm very I don't know if you guys heard the news, but I'm very excited about how YouTube decided to roll out the monetization. You know how the monetization was, let's see, 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, and what was it, like 10 million views on shorts? Well, looks like they changed it recently to 500 subscribers and what was it, 3,000 watch hours. I mean, it's still, I'm pretty close to 500 subscribers, and I'm very grateful for all of you following me. Watch hours is tough, but hey, 3,000, 3,000 is a lot better than 4,000, right? Hey, how are you? Thanks for joining, Azar. I'm just getting a block out of the hair right now. It's not perfect, but it's gonna help me when I start to finalize the hair. I'm also excited to try out stencils, since they look very interesting, and pretty cool, the effects of stencils where you can put the like eyelash and eyes like through the hair using certain rendering from what I understand. I still haven't tried it yet since I'm still in the rigging and texturing stage on some of my commissions, but I would like to try it on, so yeah. Yeah, I heard that too, like streaming helps with watch hours. Like I remember seeing a few posts on Twitter saying like how streaming is gonna like be a slam dunk for you, you know, like it's gonna be like boom boom boom, and but you have to be, yeah, obviously you have to be like consistent with it, so I'm just trying my best here. But I think streaming is also helping me kind of like you know, like branch out more on and be more confident in speaking with people and my process, you know, more naturally. So yeah, I think I like answering people's questions if anyone has them, you know, and it's pretty fun interacting with people. And it's cool, YouTube, if you guys didn't know, like you can clip there on the bottom, like next to the like and dislike and share, like there's a clip, and you can make clips of your stream. So like you could literally like cut up your stream and download a little section of your video, like Twitch, I think. I haven't used Twitch, so I'm not quite sure, but and then yeah, it'll be easier to like make a little shorts out of it and then make a lot of was it branch out, I guess. How do you say that? Just pretty much have more content, you know, because, you know, especially when you have no like company to do this for you, you're doing everything by yourself. It's like tough to be on top of everything. Like so far I've been doing TikTok and Twitter and YouTube. I know that's not a lot, but I think because I'm also doing art on the top and also have another a jabu going, you know, it's like you know, so far let me handle what I can handle, and then, you know, branch out from there. I do have an Instagram, but I haven't been using that in like a million years but then I hear that people are saying like it's good now, like, but I don't know. I hadn't had the greatest experience with Instagram, so I don't know. I mean, some people are doing crazy good on Instagram, but I think maybe you should go with what you're comfortable with, and then once you establish like a good consistency on all three or whatever, how many platforms you're focusing on, then I think it's good to branch out, you know, because it's a lot to handle, and these days I'm being very careful not to burn out, because once you burn out, it's like then you pretty much stop making the content. Well, yeah, because you need a mental and physical break, right? So I remember seeing like a little picture. I don't know if you've seen it, but of like, was it like 7 circles representing each day, and like each circle had a bit of water in it, different amounts of water, and it said like every bit counts, or I forgot what it was said, but it was something like, you know, like something like this is what consistency looks like. So even if you did a bit on that day, but a little less than the next day, then, you know, at least you did something, right? So instead of like burning myself out, it's like talking and doing stuff is hard sometimes. Doing just a bit at a time is better than nothing, yeah. And then sometimes if you do too much, then you can burn you out. I don't know, I hope this is making sense. But yeah, I think I need to be more consistent with streaming, with that advice of streaming helps with watch hours, to to see if it like works for me, you know. Not every advice work. I mean, some advice did work. I mean, but it's a trial and error, right? Everyone's different, but interested. I think, yeah. I mean, but so far I am enjoying streaming, so I would definitely like to be more consistent with it too. So hopefully that advice applies to me where streaming helps with growth. So just getting a general rough plan of the hair. Beep beep. Get the general flow of it going. It's always fun once you see the hair all rigged up with the texture. You know, you're like, ooh, my hard work, man. You know. Hopefully, I get this finished in this stream. Wait, no, I like the flat, so. Oh yeah, so this person always, has also human ears. So well, kind of human ears, but, and I shall be making that soon. After I get some hair in there. Wait, no. Actually, I should just make the ears now, right? I felt like I was forgetting something. Okay, I think... Okay, just a little bit forward since the ear would be around here. So, let's do a quick ear. There's different ways I like to do ears. They are different. I'm just trying to find a good method of doing ears. Just get the rough shape of that ear. And then you're gonna be using... Wait. Okay. Actually, maybe I want more subdivision, actually. It's a bit of a weird method, but, you know... Let me just have a reference of an ear at the side, so I know where I'm going with the ear. Okay. And then it's time for Dino Topo. So as you can see, it turned into triangles. You can't really like turn back from that. Yeah, make sure you don't accidentally turn on DynoPo and like do it on your like retopology, because that would be after all your hard work. That'll be pretty depressing, yeah. Okay, the ear hole, the ear. I don't want like little elfish, sharp tip ears, you know. Since this character has a lot of hair, it's gonna be tough to see the ears, but you know, if I move my head in a certain angle, you're probably gonna see the ears, so it's always good to have ears. Gotta listen, you know. This is probably a very unorthodox way of doing ears, but you know, number one rule: just jump for it. Don't overanalyze it too much, because sometimes I feel like that holds me back a lot by just overanalyzing things when I should be doing them, you know. So I noticed that a good amount of artists have been following me, and I was like, wow, they're amazing artists. Gotta practice more, because I wanna reach their skill level too, because they're so good. I'm like, wow, they notice me, man. I gotta improve more. But I'm just happy. There's so many cool artists out there, and I'm just like, oh, gotta practice more. But yeah, I've been watching a couple anatomy videos, so would like to implement what I've learned. I haven't reached the ears yet, but yeah, lots of incredible artists out there, and lots of them are very nice, and can help you out. Like, I mean, you're not entitled to their help, obviously, but you know, if it doesn't hurt to ask, and if they say no, that's okay, you know, or don't respond, you know, that's okay. Like, man, dude, you could be busy. But yeah, I mean, sometimes they give me advice, and they give tutorial tips on Twitter. I feel like Twitter has a lot of useful tips, and yeah, just very good stuff. A wealth of knowledge. So when it comes to ears, I feel like triangles are your best friend. I noticed a good amount of people use triangles when dealing with ears, because it needs a lot of polygons, and like at least a decent amount of it, and yeah. But okay. But man, satisfying ear? Really? You think so? It looks a little goofy to me, but you know, I just like to use it as a base, and then do some retopology, and then fix it up a little from there. So it could be definitely better, but just it's a goofy looking ear. At least I can hear. Yeah, ears are tricky, dude. I remember when I first did it on my model, I was like, what the what is this? And then just like looking up how people do their topology on the ears, and it was like mad complicated. I was like, bro, what is going on? Like even though I'm seeing all the like lines of the retopology of the mesh, and I'm just like, what the, huh? What? I mean, from so what I've been doing is I pretty much just go with the flow, you know. Oh, the pre-made one in ZBrush. Man, I really need to learn ZBrush because sometimes Blender can't handle all the complicated sculpting stuff. And ZBrush has like crazy amazing tools like making like I've seen people make like brush chains and it's so crazy, but I always wonder like when they do all those crazy details, like how do you do all the retopology, I know ZBrush has this like auto retopology, but can it do, I mean, do you have to like manually do some of it, or I mean, I'm still learning ZBrush, so it's, but I mean, from the looks of it, it doesn't make your computer, like I tried it a bit and it doesn't seem to make your computer explode like Blender sometimes. Like sometimes like sculpting, or if you have too many polygons and you go to edit mode, it just wants to explode on you, dude. It's like, too many, I can't handle. So, okay. It is time for a retopo the ear. So I'm kind of lazy to make a mesh, so I'm just gonna take one from there and then call that ear. And then I'm gonna just connect the ear to the connect this mesh to the ear. Okay, I don't really need mirror at the moment. I'll mirror it later once I finish the retopology, you know? This is probably a very unorthodox way of making ears, so not really a tutorial, but you know, yeah. This is it's I call this style the winging it style. Oh, I see. So you make the sculpt in ZBrush and then retopologize it in the retopo. Okay, yeah. I mean, I feel like Blender has some is pretty nice at retopology. I mean, I haven't used any other program for retopology, but pretty comfortable with it, I gotta say. Cube. What the? Oh, wrong one. I did the wrong one. And I also like the how in ZBrush you can like pretty much texture it on the sculpt itself without, okay, I could be zooming too much, but from what I've seen people like color on the sculpt itself, you know, and I mean Blender can do it, but from when I tried it, it seemed kind of limited. Retopo Flow? I think I heard about it, but I haven't tried it yet. Did you use it yet? Oh, how's your experience with Retopo Flow? Yeah. Oh, lots of polygons. Yeah, I don't think Blender can handle that many polygons. At least for my computer, right? uh, but ZBrush seems to be doing well on that, at least. So I'm gonna make a triangle here. Oop. Get the rim of the ear going. Yeah, I haven't tried the retopology tools yet. I don't know why. I for some reason I like doing manual. Maybe because I don't know, like the control of it. But I should, since there's a lot of like filling up. I've seen filling up, like, you know, like in between areas, like for example, like doing the cheek like this would be very useful. So yeah, I really need to like take the time and then look into it too. Retopo. Yeah, I would see how that's pretty useful for like arms and stuff. Yeah, I mean, when I do the body retopology, it's a little I do it the box method, so I guess, I mean, I don't really, I mean, I just like to straight up make the body, but for the face, that and like things I need to retopologize, like doing the ear and face, that would be pretty useful. But I think I should go into the habit of sculpting the body, you know, so I can start to like bake things nicely, you know, like if I have like scars or start to have like skin textures or something, you know, like pores and stuff. That'll be nice. Yeah, Z remesher. I think that's the one I was seeing and hearing about. Oh, really? Okay. Oh, I see. Yeah, but it looks like it cleans up pretty good. It's a pretty cool tool. But perhaps it doesn't do well if like making a formation like this. I guess like everything has to be like uniform, right? Like it doesn't do certain like flows to help you with deformations for rigging, right? So many tools to learn. So many tools to learn. Would like to clone myself and learn them all. So once I start to get off the shrink wrap modifier, I'll start like defining the ear a bit better. This is just to like get the general retopology and shape going for me. You're probably looking at my ear like, eh. Yeah, ears. Ears. Ears are complicated. Yeah, I would have to study ZBrush more. But yeah, maybe that would help, you know, lessen the polygons a bit before you import it into Blender, so the computer doesn't explode with the amount of polygons ZBrush would make, you know, making all those crazy fine details. Yeah, not sure if my computer can handle that, especially with, especially Blender, you know. Okay. Not the most perfect ear, you know, but it's getting eerie. Hey, I'm doing alright. How are you? How are you? Thanks for joining. Oh, so many artists. I'm getting nervous. Yeah, totally. I do use. I will be using normal maps on like on this model I'm using right now. The scales have normal maps, so the scales are, you know, like shiny like a scale. If that makes sense. But yeah, very useful normal maps. But for sure, normal maps definitely help with lowering the amount of polygons you need. Yeah. But thanks for joining, everyone. Getting the ear ready. Okay, and the ear's going. The ear's going. Just the good thing about the ear is that unless you're doing crazy animations with it, like, you can be a little bit flexible where the triangles go. No, wait. Okay, wait. think I'm just gonna simplify the ear a bit. Not gonna make it crazy realistic, but especially since I wanna save up the poly count for the horns, the tail, and the hair. So, and especially since the ear is gonna be covered a lot, gonna keep the ear simple, like, you know, decently simple as possible for me. Oops, not that way. This workflow is just winging it, man. I don't know. I still have to learn a lot, but so far it has given me the... I like to go with the least amount of polys as possible to give to more details of the hair and accessories and clothing. So unless the ear is like the main focus, and yeah, but not for this character at least. Learning as I go. And trying my best. Let's see. This could be a bit... Yeah, I mean, definitely there's a better way to do ears, but you know... I gotta study that, read topology more, because I'm like, I like to see how it's done and then try my best to memorize it and then try to like implement what I'm learning, you know, so hopefully it gets retained better. And then funny thing is sometimes I'm like, oh, I found an interesting way to do it and then just implement it into my workflow. But I don't know, that's just a learning process, right? Okay, let me quickly do the ear and then move on to the hair. I just need the ear for the hair placement, so yeah. Oopa, whoops. Okay. I'm like super simplifying this ear. And then let's get rid of the body for a second. Yeah, for real though. I see the mesh for the ears and toes, and I mean toes are pretty similar to fingers, but I don't know, like something about the foot is very simple but complicated at the same time, and it's like, well, you know, I'm just like flabbergasted sometimes. I'm like, what? Especially the people who do like you know, like the anime style, but then the body is like very detailed, and then you look at their knees and fingers and stuff, and you're like, whoa, like they know their anatomy, dude. It's crazy. I'm like, okay, please tell me you have your retopology in some of your like work in progress images. I would like to see them, please. And then luckily some of them do, so, and then I try to like study how they do their retopology, and sometimes it's very complicated. But for the ears, it's a bit, yeah. Yeah, definitely studying, gotta study anatomy more. I don't know about you, but I feel like also the back is pretty complicated to do. I mean, I guess like, what do you call it? Texturing wise, it's pretty complicated. Modeling wise, it's decent, you know, but texturing wise, it's like you gotta capture the subtle amount of muscles on the back, but then yeah, I feel like the muscles that are very subtle are very hard to capture, because you know, when things are very defined, it's very easy to see, something like Street Fighter, but then when the muscles are very simple but has to be there, you know, it's like very complicated. I tried to look up the anatomy on the back, like muscles, and it's like I understand it, but then when the skin goes on top of it, it's like I gotta study a bit more on that, so that's what I'm doing. But in general, studying the anatomy, it's very useful. Can also help you with your retopology. But yeah, there are definitely better ears out there, so just a dude trying their best. But wait, when you say you don't sculpt and high poly, wait, I don't sculpt. Wait a second, what do you mean by don't sculpt and high poly? So, do you go straight for box modeling? Because there's some parts of the model I do like to just box model, like the body. I find it just pretty straightforward for me, and keeps it like the least amount of polygons too. Guess the only downside is baking. But I usually like to do the tunes, so everything is usually flat, and then there's the new technique where you I believe it's called mesh transfer, and then you can transfer like a simpler version to your models to control how the lighting goes, especially on like anime faces. It's pretty useful since you don't want like realistic lighting but more stylized cell shading, and doing the mesh transfer that way is pretty good. But yeah, oh, one more. Sharper elfy ears. Usually, I don't, sometimes I don't connect the ear to the body, so I might do that. So when I create the blend shapes, my ear is not in the way, and you know, especially like if I'm gonna select like this, and because my jaw is like really back here, you know. Make my life easier. So more, it's gonna be like a hidden elf ear, you know. Yeah, I think the one thing I wish Blender did with their subdivision is like controlling the amount of like how many vertical and horizontal subdivisions you have, because sometimes like there's certain, you know, subdivisions you want to do, but you don't want it like more on the more horizontal side, if that makes sense. That then I feel like it will be the perfect subdivision tool instead of doing like a general subdivision, or even just like controlling how many subdivisions will be happening vertical and horizontal wise. Maybe there's a tool like that. I don't know. I haven't heard of it yet, but it'll be very useful. Very. Because I like to control a lot of the subdivision if I can. Unless it comes to sculpting, then it's like, you know, yeah, I need all those pallies. Then let's mirror this. I'm a elf! So yeah, I'm gonna make the ears separate, so it's just less of a yeah. Okay, get here. But yeah, this is a very unorthodox ear method. But it's but it'll all blend once I texture it. Yeah, I do that too, where I go back and delete some of the sometimes I just have to use subdivision because it makes the workflow faster, but then at the same time I have to go back and then delete the like some vertical and horizontal loops, you know. I'm just like, please Blender, please make a tool. And then I mean, I love Blender a lot since, you know, and not just because it's free, but there's so many good tools out there. But so I'm not really complaining that much. There's just some things that can be, you know, I guess done better. If that's the right term for it. But like if there was another layer you can do for texturing, you know, like, or more like an easier way to do layering and texturing, you know, like not just one layer but a few layers, you know. It's a bit troublesome using nodes to create that transparent layer, and then like I use Kirita to combine the transparent layers together, but then I know like I hear like subdivision, Substance Painter, you can use like layers and stuff like Photoshop, right, to texture, and then you can do a lot more complicated textures from that. And I wish those Blender was more flexible like that, you know. But hey, Blender, it's trying its best. You know, it's gone so far. I remember in the past, you know, Blender has been around for a while. So when I was a kid, I was like, I didn't really like Blender when I was a kid. I tried to learn it, but then I don't know, something about the UI was not vibing with me. But not really recently, I guess 2020 is when I started to learn Blender, and then I was like, wow, like this is good. I guess, yeah, just have to go for it sometimes. Some good stuff. That's true. But hey, for a free program, it's like crazy good, you know? So I'm still very thankful that Blender even exists in the first place, when there's so many like subscription versions of programs are just busting out, you know, and everyone's like, bruh. Even social media's like paid to win, right? So, cause God. Sometimes I'm so flabbergasted with some of these social media programs, like bruh, please. and then it's like, once you get settled, and then things change, and it's like, holy moly, bro, please. I just got used to this. But I guess it could change to your advantage too, right? So you never know, right? You never know. Okay, not the perfect ears, but I'll go back to it later, probably. At least these ears can listen to me complain now. Okay, the ear seems a. Okay, maybe I have these. Because the ear is about roughly, please, okay, roughly the center-ish, right? Polypaint and ZBrush? Yeah, I mean, that looks fun. I've seen a lot of people do awesome stuff with texturing in ZBrush, just with the Polypaint, so. But then I guess to transfer that to UV to a map, like an image texture, then you just pretty much like do a retopo, unwrap, and then just bake it, right? So that sounds fun too, doing it that way. Wait, I'm like doing everything but the hair. So, but I think having some eyelash and eyebrow would help me get like a decent idea, you know. So let's just quickly get it out there. Wait, let me turn on the light first. Think it's gonna rain soon in my area. Oh, I see. So wait, so like the model is, I see. So in ZBrush it's like pre-made, and then I know there's like a lot of pre-made stuff, and then it's already UV mapped. Oh, and then you just, after you poly paint, you just pretty much like unwrap it, right? Or I mean like bake it. Oopa, please. Where are you? What the? Brain is not braining today. Whoops. Oof. So, at this point maybe it is a good idea to, let's see how close I am with my drawing. It doesn't have to be perfect, since my face is not exactly symmetrical, so maybe I should go with the nose. Okay, I'll adjust it as I go. Because I kind of angled my head downward, you know, so you can see like the back, so it's not completely accurate to the perspective, so you just need to get the general idea of it. Take a model with it. Made a sign. Oh, okay, so ZBrush doesn't make the UV map. Okay, so like a model with the UV map already, and then use Polypaint. Okay, I think I get it. So does Polypaint? Oh, why am I keep doing this? Sorry, it's like hard to work and talk sometimes. Does Polypaint allow texture? I mean layers. You know, like you can add like another layer on top, like Photoshop, and then like combine layers. I think I need the edge of the eye a bit higher. Since the character is already making an expression, I'm trying to make it like a neutral expression for this one though. So, you know, I can adjust with blend shapes for expressions later, but for now, just making it neutral as possible. I see. But there is a layer option? Okay. And then I'll make the eyelash flash part. This is eyeline lash kind of thing going on, and then eyelash will come later. Eyelash flash, if that makes sense. And then quick eyebrow time. Yeah, I heard about the how like ZBrush has a lot of complicated layers, and you can group them in certain ways and everything. Interesting. Yeah. But there's a lot of it's a UI. I heard that I mean I tried it. Yeah. So the UI is pretty tricky to overcome. I hear a lot of people say, and I feel that. When I was looking at it, I was like, oh, all right. But then people later are like, hey, I can't live without ZBrush, man. So, I mean, I would like to get to that stage too. I'm so far getting the general basics idea of the UI and stuff. But hey, you know, I was the same way with Blender too. You know, we all start somewhere. Oops. Okay, so got the general like face going on, so I think I can start on the hair now. So it's not so like, how do I say it, like disorienting? Is that the right word? I guess. So let's bring back the hair. Okay, okay. It's going, it's going. Holy moly, why is time moving fast when you're having fun? Actually, funny thing is that I thought I wouldn't like streaming, and then I was also very nervous to stream as well. So that's why I was supposed to stream a while ago, like probably last year. Um, but things were so busy, and also I was kind of nervous too at the same time. Really? I don't know. I guess everyone is a bit different, right? Because sometimes I hear the opposite way. Like some people say ZBrush is pretty simple, but Blender is so tricky. And then the opposite way where Blender is easy and then ZBrush is tricky. Uh, and then, or like with Maya, you know? So I guess everyone is a bit, has a preference and difference, or maybe because it depends also on their what they learned with, you know. So if you learned with ZBrush, maybe it's simpler. I feel like since I learned with Blend, I was focusing more on learning Blender more. It feels more simpler, like at least the UI because. But anyway, it's just as I remember a Twitter post saying like, how do I get someone asked him like, hey, how do I get better at ZBrush and especially with the UI, and then he's like, just just get good, dude. And I'm like, yep, pretty much. I just have to keep practicing with ZBrush, and then just like with Blender, because at first I was so confused on how to do a lot of these things, but then if you find something you really want to do, like I really wanted to make an avatar, so I really like laser focused on that, and then and then I guess that brought me the motivation to something's what the what do you call it, motivation to create it, you know. Okay, I'm just gonna remake that one. That was a weird object. Go back up. Yeah, that's true too. ZBrush kind of gets overwhelming, especially when you don't know what to do. Like that sculpt layer option. Also, you gotta save it right. Because you might lose some of the objects in your group, right? But yeah, customize the UI. But from what I've seen when people use ZBrush, it's like so versatile and so many tools that would make Blender. I mean, I love Blender, but sometimes Blender just wants to crash and explode, you know. The amount of times I had Blender explode on me, or I mean crash on me, same thing, right? Like I used to work with Blender with my old laptop, and it was burr time, you know. Helicopter time. Yeah, it's so true. I feel that it does feel like an MMO. It just gets so overwhelming, and you're just like, "Wah, please! I just wanna cast some spells and farm, I guess. Just wanna vibe." See, a lot of the ear is gonna be covered, but it's gonna be there. But but then once you get good, you're gonna be like, whoa, you know? It's gonna be, yeah, I gotta spend more time on ZBrush. Learn the tools better and the terminologies. Wait, so how did you guys learn ZBrush, by the way? Since so far, I mean, you know, like I've been using YouTube as always and Reddit. Wait, actually, I heard that Reddit is dying. That's like a recent news to me, but I'm not sure. Is it because I heard that it's because it's like some paid option? I don't know. I'm just forgetting why, but people were talking about it. But anyway, but yeah, without Reddit and YouTube, things would be hard to learn. I love Reddit and YouTube to learn stuff. People have really good tips. But did any like YouTube tutorial help you on ZBrush? So I've been looking up like trying to so far like Jay Hill and Raf Grissetti, very excellent, but they go for the realistic style mostly, but you know, it's good to learn from an expert. So man, what it feels weird that for some reason like every social big media platform is like exploding at the same time, like Twitter, Twitch, now Reddit. It's like where is it safe for us, dude? Like, you know. And then Discord is doing their thing. It's like, dude, I just want to advertise our stuff and then chill out, you know. Yeah, right. It's YouTube is always the best. But yeah, I think I just have to, you know, just constantly do it, get over my uncomfortability, and then just like memorize as much as possible, and then build on stuff that you know, I'm interested in, just for quick, and then get it. Oh, Polygon is great. Flipped normals is pretty good too. I've been trying to learn Marmoset and also Substance Painter too, so I don't have to rely on painting only in pretty much one layer in Blender. Cause I want more flexibility. Going back and forth in Kirita is helpful, but you know, it is what it is. On their website, right? Yeah. Oh, also, I've been trying to learn anatomy from like Jan Sculpt, since his anatomy courses for Blender is pretty interesting. So since I already know the program of Blender, I just can focus on anatomy too, you know. Oh, a lot of things to learn, but you know, one step at a time, right? And then it's like good in the future. Okay. So don't want to look at my old model too much since I'm kind of pretty much changing the bit of the hair, so see how much I improve on this hairstyle. But you know what? No more bald back. So maybe I might just, for today, just go for the rough blackout of the hair today, and then go for the curve finalized version next stream. Yeah, Jan Sculpts is great. He's bumping out all those sculpts pretty quickly, and his anatomy videos pretty good looking, you know. So I bought one, and I was like, gotta take the time to learn. Right? The anatomy is always tricky, man. But it's always, especially for 3D artists, we gotta always improve our anatomy. It's always good to learn more. So here I like to do it section by section, and then just, you know, depending on the design, just mess around with it until I get the style I need or want. But this is just a blackout, so it's not, doesn't have to be super ultra perfect. Oh, is it me or my computer's lagging? No, you can't do this now. It's not that bad. Oh wait, is it because my subdivision is on? Or it could be because I'm streaming too at the same time. But yeah, I also would like to improve on my retopology too. Especially with like deformations. Whenever I see like a post on it on Twitter, I try to bookmark it and then just like consider how to put that in my workflow too. Twitter has a lot of cool tips and tricks, and then they show you like a little GIF of it, which is very helpful, you know. So the always tricky thing about transferring 2D to 3D designs is, you know how like you notice like 2D is more vibrant, like how do I explain it? Like more dynamic, I guess. And then 3D sometimes get us a bit like toned down, if that makes sense. So I gotta make sure I'm gonna get the essence of the 2D into 3D. I know the flow is not quite right with at the moment, but you know, it is blackout right now, so. So I'll also move the hairline a bit more to this way, since this is probably where the hairline would go. Maybe I'll do it like this. That'll be fun. Okay. So for hair, I just usually just like to just go for it, you know. Oh, really? Oh, thanks for letting me know. Just quietly, just quietly sculpting in the void. Yeah, I remember, well, I don't, yeah, so, yeah, sometimes when people see, like, concepts to 3D, you know, things get toned down a bit, and you're just, so you gotta sometimes I feel like you need to exaggerate for 3D, like some parts, because it, for some reason, I'm not sure how to articulate this, but like, it just works for 2D, you know? But then for 3D, it's kind of like an octopus, but anyway, it just works for 2D for some reason, and then 3D, even though you do like the same thing, sometimes like the essence is off, or the vibes, I guess. I'm not sure how to explain it, but I think it's better if you exaggerate a tiny bit sometimes in 3D. I don't know, it's just me, maybe, I don't know. So like, maybe if you're making an ocean wave, maybe just a little bit more exaggerated to get the essence right. Unless you're like 100% translating 2D to 3D, you know? I don't know that. I don't know. It's hard to articulate what I'm trying to think, you know, and work at the same time. But I don't know, that's why I like concepts that are just a little bit vague, you know? Because I like filling in the blanks, if that makes sense, you know? I think that's kind of fun for me. The body looks a tiny bit small, so well, I'll fix up after I finish up the hair. The hair needs to like flow more, so wait, let me, maybe what I'm missing. Okay, it's not gonna, something like that. Okay, the perspective is a little off. Oh, since my character is facing a little bit downward, so it's not perfectly forward, you know? But just kind of getting the vibe of the hair. Maybe this would help. Because it's like a really, I drew it like messy, super messy hair. The rig is gonna be interesting in this one. But I feel like the more crazy messy hair you have, and the crazier the rig is, like it's a lot more fun to look at, you know, when after you finish up the rig on it. Oh yeah, this is helping. Just get the general vibe and essence. Maybe exaggerate some hair strands a bit, yeah. Yeah, but 1-to-1 is still great. It's like fun seeing how close you can get with the 2D concept. I have one that I followed 1-to-1, but that's still NDA at the moment, so can't share it, but you know, at least I have one. So far, my clients like to be a bit flexible with their which is fine. I like that, so I think it's fun. Whoa, it's a bit too parallel. This is a lot of hair strands, so gotta get the essence of it, because this is gonna, it's a lot of bones gonna be happening. Few polys there to be a bit more flexible. So, have you guys been watching any interesting shows? So far, I have been watching just One Piece as I work in the background usually. But yeah, I feel like I should also be watching Demon Slayer since that also seems interesting as well. The animation looks crazy good, but well, maybe once I get some time. But I mean, I can watch One Piece in the background since I already watched most of it before, so I already know what's going on. So it's kind of like background noise. But yeah. Whoopa. A nice amount of hair, and then I think the great thing about having strands of hair like this is yeah, because I want to start my hairline from the right side, so I'm gonna change the hairline from the middle to the right. So anyway, man, what was I talking before? What was I talking about before? No, yeah, I need to start watching it because I haven't watched. I only saw like little clips of it on TikTok, but I never really actually watched it, you know. And people seem to really love it. So, and I mean, the little clips I've seen so far, the animation is crazy good. So, gotta check that out. But I have watched One Piece before, so. Like, it's so crazy popular that it's all over Times Square right now on the billboards. Have you watched Demon Slayer? Because the character designs of the Demon Slayers are pretty nice. I also heard, you know, their breathing styles where they use their swords to do like crazy elemental damage kind of thing. Apparently, the mangaka said like that's just for visuals and like they're not actually there. If that makes sense, like normal, like the characters won't be able to see it, but we see it for a more like dramatic effect apparently. Oh yes, the recent episodes in Wano are crazy. Like, oh wow, it's like movie quality. Like it's insane to me. And also the newer episodes. They're partnering with Warner Brothers, and they're gonna have like one of the what was it? I only read it briefly, but one of the workers is gonna Warner Brothers, I think, is gonna actually direct that episode particularly. I think it's Fifth Gear for Luffy, and everyone is super hyped for it. I'm hyped for it. I haven't even got there yet, but I'm super hyped for it. Because last time, when I was rewatching it, I think I stopped kinda before Wano, so I'm like super curious. Like when they start to enter the that elephant island, that's when I kinda stopped, so not sure what's gonna happen next. Yeah, the fight scenes on One Piece was crazy, so. The hair is not hairing for me. Gotta get that floating Ghibli effect, I guess. I don't wanna like. Last time I kind of made the flow a little complicated, which I feel like didn't make it look good, kind of from the back. So I kind of wanna simplify the flow a little, and then. Oh, manga! Your head, man. I haven't been reading the manga, but I just have been watching the animation, so. I gotta wait. Gotta wait, but I'm hyped. Since Luffy is going for a more cartoony style for Fifth Gear, Warner Brothers is gonna be really good with their style, like Looney Tunes style, so it's like perfect. Like I wonder if Warner Brothers like there's a Luffy, a One Piece fan in there going like, hey, like can we like direct that episode specifically? We would love to work with you. Like, I wonder who approached first. There has to be a One Piece fan in Warner Brothers. But yeah, so many animations to watch. So little time. And also, I gotta study more about 3D so I can improve on different programs too. Actually, funny thing is, I'm on my rewatch. I'm on Fishman Island, so I'm not far off from where you are too. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Oh, did you hear like how Oda is in like eye surgery right now? Or he's considering like taking a week or two off to do the surgery, and everyone's like so nervous. They're like, please, you have to be well to finish One Piece. You know, I mean, he's been writing it ever since I was a kid. It's crazy how he continues to have like continuous, even though the series is successful and everything, like it's still pretty crazy to think about how much motivation he has to go for this long, you know, on the same story and characters. Like even if it's successful, like I know like some people, I know, man, I can't remember who, but someone was like really tired, you know. We're at least near the end. Yeah, it's crazy how it's end. No, like it makes me sad. Like like it felt impossible that One Piece was gonna end. You know, like it didn't seem plausible. It's just one of those things that will continue forever. But like everyone's saying like the final arc, right, or something, and that is just making me sad, dude. Like I don't know, something about One Piece can just continue forever, right? But he has to reach his goal sometime in Oda's lifetime, especially, right? So I kind of want to give my character a mullet in this one. But yeah, I hope his eye surgery gets well. I mean, he's like one of the richest guy in Japan. That's what I hear, right? I mean, One Piece is crazy popular all over the world, and yeah, I hope his surgery goes well. Even the surgeon's gonna be like, I gotta do my best for One Piece, man. But still, I mean, it's still gonna end, right? It's like sad. I really wonder what exactly is One Piece, right? So I don't think they really explain what One Piece exactly is. Like I mean, they say it's like treasure and you get like great power and stuff, but is it really? Like, can't be. I mean, sure there's like some like stuff there, but can't be just that, right? It's gotta be more. Like, I mean, considering how well he's been writing his stuff, like, how do you not? But then again, like, how do you not get nervous writing the ending for a series this long and beloved, right? But I feel like he's been planning out a lot of things since there's a lot of foreshadowing going on. Wait. But yeah, it's crazy how he's been foreshadowing a lot of these things. What the? I'm just gonna delete that. This is only a blackout, so. I mean, should I even have bothered with the ear? Now that I think about it, I'm like, wait, maybe I shouldn't have put all my effort just making that ear. But hey, it's the effort that counts, right? So, and also good practice. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why, but I just imagine One Piece like not being even like treasure or anything. It's just like knowledge or something like that, right? Robin would be like so excited, but then like everyone else would be like, and then, you know. But then everyone has their own goal, which is not exactly One Piece, right? So I'm sure everyone will be satisfied in their own way to achieve their goal, right? So One Piece is just, you know, a general goal, but then they have their own thing going on, which is good, I think. Because in case One Piece is disappointing to them, not what they're expecting, at least they have their own goals that will be fulfilling for them to each be fulfilled in, you know? But dude, if I was Oda, like, I'll be so nervous to finish up the ending in a more satisfying way, right? Because this series has been going for so long, and how do you make an ending for something like this, you know? That wraps up all the mysteries of One Piece, especially for a world that's so ginormous and so mysterious with so much depth and characters. It's crazy. And I also have been wondering, like, is there like a water devil fruit, you know? Like someone that can control water? I wonder if like one of the world government people has that power, you know? Right, like maybe they'll explain the origins of devil fruits, and I don't know, I remember hearing like theories about the giants, how they're all gone and stuff, and I don't know. Yeah. I'm not gonna go into it since I don't want to, in case I don't want to spoil it too much. But I don't even know much either, since I'm just speculating from theories that I hear on TikTok, so you know. But yeah, I'm very interested in the true history too. Like all those polyglyphs, and it's like, who wrote them? What kind of history are they really trying to show? And yeah. And it sucks how like the world government listens to the celestial dragons, like just because they're related, literally just related to the people who made the world government. Like what? Like they're not even elected. And then how the world government also supports like all that, like on Sabbath Odie they just like let everything, all the terrible things slide and stuff. Like like I know was it Kobe wants to be a Marine, but then does he know about that? Like would he still join after knowing all like the terrible things the Marine, I mean, I'm not saying like being a pirate is great, like they both have their bad sides, you know, but you know. But that's the interesting thing about One Piece, like there's a lot of sides to consider, you know, like not all pirates are like the Straw Hats, and not all Marines are compassionate, and the world government, you know, the world government's just a world government, right guys? They just let, you know, Doflamingo and Crocodile just get away with things, right? I mean, and then I guess I know it's on purpose, but like the annoying thing is when they're like wearing their jackets saying like justice on them. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, real politics. You know, even like real politics is so crazy to me just looking at the news and everything. It's like, what? Okay, I don't want my stuff being so drenched in politics, but you know, it's like the world, I'll just say this, like the world is crazy, man. Just hearing, you think you hear everything, and then the next thing is like, what? Like, no way, what? Whoa, looks like I just slept on the bed and got that head squished, you know? Oh yeah. I do like to use curves on the hair, but this is just a blackout, so I know where to like place the curves. This is just like my sketching stage, so like kind of like sculpting and then retopologizing kind of way. This is just how I like to do it, so you know, I'm not when I do curves, I feel like I'm more of a perfectionist in a way, if you know what I mean. Like you have to place all the vertices nicely. But then with blockout, I can just be all messy with it, you know, and then it helps me get a general idea or like a sketch on how to place those curves. So yeah, I'm gonna delete all of this after I finish finalizing with the curves. But yeah, I do love the curve method. Oop. Yeah, so this is, yeah, so I just like to do it this way to do like a blackout of the hair. Yeah, the hair is looking flat. So have you guys been playing any games? Oh really? You jumped? I remember doing that once, and then it was just, I don't know, for me it was kind of a pain to like fix. I use a lot of curves, and then it's like a little tricky for me to fix all of them. So I don't know. And it's just my workflow, I guess. But for the body, I do that. I just block model, you know, instead of just sculpting. I just literally just go with the cube, and then it becomes body. But for the face, something like the face, I would have to sculpt and then do retopology and then connect it to the neck. I just find that easier. So have you guys been playing any games lately? I hear that Legend of Zelda is popping off right now. I don't have a Switch, so I sadly can't. Wait, it's not on PC, is it? No, I don't think so. But it looks crazy good. I haven't played the first one, sadly, either. But I mean, both of them still look crazy good. The possibilities that people are doing within that game are like really crazy endless. They make like literal bombers on like airplanes and just bomb the place. It's crazy. Yeah, yeah, the cleaning up is always tricky, so if I do it this way, then I find it like easier to clean up the curves. But even with the curves, I still have to clean up a bit because, you know, like sometimes the thickness doesn't really work like this, if that makes sense, unless you have a more circle. Oh, Genshin, yeah. So I love the aesthetics of Genshin. It's very nice, the designs. Very cool, but I feel like the recent designs can have, I guess, like more variety, you know. But yeah, I have been too busy to play a lot of games lately, sadly. True. Yeah, I like to play games on my PC if I have time, but I usually don't have time. Sadly, I would like to play games. Like, I don't know, when I was a kid, I got a DS, you know, and then, you know, things get what do you call it, outdated pretty quickly. So that's when I didn't really like buy into consoles anymore and just focused on buying a PC. So, you know, because PCs are more flexible, you can do, you know, work and games and just a lot of things with PCs. So I'm like, you know what? That's like killing like 100 birds with one stone. So. But nothing wrong with having a console or anything. Don't don't let me stop you from enjoying games and stuff. Have fun, dude. That's the whole point. It's mullet time. Yeah, I think I'm starting to get the vibes of it, you know? And then after I texture, maybe I'll add a few like tiny strands here and there. I'm not gonna add that here since this is just a blackout stage. Oh, hello there. Thanks for joining. I think I should start. Okay, I'm gonna just start on the teeth and then maybe the horns. So it's just easier to jump in like the detailed stuff. Oh dang, yeah, preparing. Come to think of it, I don't think I've played a Final Fantasy game. Is it good? I only saw gameplay of it and then the aesthetics of it too. So, and the aesthetics are pretty nice. But I don't think I ever played a Final Fantasy game now that I think about it, you know? Don't know why. Actually, to be honest, this is probably sacrilegious to say, but I usually like to watch the playthroughs, and then, I mean, yeah, usually just watch the playthroughs of games because either I don't have the console and time to you know get into, but I could you could still be a fan and watch the gameplay and have a general idea of the story, right? Because usually, I mean, these story-based games, you know, is story, right? You're a fan of the story, right? It doesn't have to be gameplay all the time. That is true. Which one is your favorite Final Fantasy? There's so many. But you know what? That was kind of lagging, so I'm just gonna keep it safe and not subdivide on this one. Oh my god, Kingdom Hearts! Bruh, I can't. I haven't played. There's so many like in between series in Kingdom Hearts, but I did play like 1, 2, and 3. Oh my god. Yeah, at least okay, I had a PlayStation 2, so I was able to play the good stuff back then. But yeah, the story was a bit confusing, I'm not gonna lie. But it really you know, so fits the, you know, kid imagination, at least for me at that time. Really loved like the whole aesthetic and vibe of it, you know. And it was really cool to see all the Disney characters come together. Is it 364 2 days? I remember buying that for my friend's birthday, but I haven't played it. So is it good? Is that the one with like focusing more on Roxas? You don't like Sora? You know what? I can see that. It's been a while since I played, but I think I know where you're coming from with that. Wait, so who is your favorite character? But yeah, the songs are always so good. Simple and clean. You can't beat it, dude. Can't imagine. Who was my favorite character? It's been a while. Maybe Axel? I can't remember. Maybe is that a basic answer? Hopefully not. Everyone loves Axel, right? Right, guys? Wow, a little dumb. He's just a dummy boy. No bullying, please. Yeah, I mean, was he like 12 or 11 when he got like jumped off to another world and his friend lost her heart and his friend came with the darkness, right? So, you know, he's doing pretty okay for what he's got, you know? I don't. Now that I think about it, like if I was Sora, I'm not sure how well I would cope. Oh, Aqua. Wait, now that I think about it, Aqua was pretty cool too. Although, I feel like everyone like neglected Aqua, right? She had to like be in the darkness or something like that for a long time, and pretty much I feel like everyone forgot about her that she was in the darkness, right? And then she became all edgy. Oh yeah, the way what's the word that they always repeat? It was like light and darkness, yeah, right? But that kind of they say light and darkness so many times. No, actually, I haven't played that. I only know Aqua from like the cutscenes and just the general story idea with how like the original, right, Roxas, and before, so like not Sora, but how the original came to be and stuff like that. But no, I haven't played the I yeah, I haven't played any other games besides 1, 2, and 3, but I just saw a little bit cutscenes from the others. But I just remember that she was cool. And she needed more screen time, in my opinion. Mickey Mouse, you could have done something. He's busy with Disney. I heard about Birth by Sleep, but I haven't played it either. But man, the Kingdom Hearts story is pretty complicated. You know, once you like look into it, I remember being so confused and like looking at lore videos. I was like, what is going on here? Why are there like 5 Soras? And apparently Sora's not even the original one, right? It's like that Roxas one with Aqua and Terra, right? But it's crazy. And now that I think about it, it's like crazy how Disney allowed Kingdom Hearts to like use their characters, you know, because they're so, you know, they're pretty uptight with who uses the characters, right? So pretty wild to me. It's crazy. The craziest multiverse. They even threw in like Kingdom Hearts characters in there. Yeah, for real though, that story really is all over the place, and I'm like, do they know where they're going? like, do they have a plan in mind? But they're like, nope, we're just gonna add more characters and bring the same aesthetics. I mean, nothing wrong with the Kingdom Hearts aesthetic, it's good, but you know, the story's very confusing with the nobodies and then the darkness and then it's like the originals and then the Keyblade War, and I'm like, whoa, this is a lot. Can I get my teeth out there? Maybe it's better for the teeth to go the other way. No, it's fine. No, it's like kind of want like a bore, you know. Record my stream. So I use OBS and it automatically records it for me. But last time I ran out of room on my computer, so I wasn't able to record it with my OBS. So I pretty much like downloaded it with like a free like YouTube converter and then just, you know, edit it to a speed video so I could upload it. But yeah, but other than that, I just pretty much use OBS to record it. I think it captures it like a game capture. But yeah, I like to use game capture to record my process on my other work as well. Oh, I shouldn't need. Okay, so let's see. So in my original character, yeah, so okay, if I remember correctly, you can't exactly download your YouTube video unless you have premium, I think. Like, I can't remember off the top of my head. I could be wrong. Yeah, I use OBS and not Streamlabs, so I don't know. I can't give you advice on Streamlabs, but using OBS. And it automatically pretty much records for you, which is great. But yeah, I think if I remember trying to download it on YouTube and we had to pay like a you have to be on like that YouTube Premium or whatever, I think. I could be wrong. I don't. It's been I can't remember exactly for some reason. My memory is not that good at the moment. Blanking out at the moment. But yeah, it was a little bit of a struggle to get that working. Okay, so on my current character, these front teeth, I don't know why, but I made it like stuck on the cheek and not inside the mouth, if that makes sense. Yeah, YouTube gotta make that dough, even though they're making a lot of dough probably with what don't. Yeah, But yeah, streaming, you know, a lot of things going on. Oh really? What? But why was it considering me as not the owner of the video? Okay, maybe okay. I gotta like check back again. Am I doing something wrong? Maybe I accidentally didn't. Was I? Huh? Did I accidentally not was logged on or something? Maybe that's why. Okay, I would check it, and then next stream I'll be like, okay guys, I was being a silly goose, you know. Wait, I kind of liked it when it was sticking out a bit. No braces for me, just sticking out. Okay, this is also a rough placement of the teeth, the teeth that are out at the moment. So once I get to them, like when I start actually making the teeth, I can start to get a rough idea of where to go next time. So next time, I'm gonna use curves to make the teeth. I mean, sorry, not the teeth. I mean the hair. And then maybe I'll start on the horns too. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I'll check out the if I can download my own videos, you know? Cause it does sound kind of silly if you can't download your own videos without premium, right? But then wait a second, or maybe I think last time I didn't do it because when I tried to download the video, like it was crappy quality, if I remember correctly. Man, I don't know why I can't remember. My mind is blanking at the moment. Maybe I need to get some water and take a break a bit. But okay, I think this is a good stopping point. We got a good amount of work done. So next time I'll finish up finalizing the hair and the horns, and then we'll see if I have time to do other stuff too. So thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you guys hanging on and watching for this long, you know. Yeah, I hope you like my process. It's a little, you know, it's getting there. But yeah, see you next stream.